So, babe, imagine walking into the bedroom and I'm just sitting there like ferociously masturbating with an Olive Garden breadstick.
Like last week?
I walked right into it. I walked right into it.
Actually, I walked right into it. I was like, what the? This is where the breadsticks have been going? We got 2 gallons of marinara at home and nothing to use with it because you have been ferociously
those
masturbating.
breadsticks are amazing. For multiple reasons.
That's weird.
No.
That would be weird. Don't play with your food.
But yeah, so 30,000 years ago.
Do not tell me that was the first dildo.
We'll get to it. Hey, welcome to More to the Story. I'm Farrah Moore.
And I'm to hear more. Are you looking at the right camera? Because I feel like you're looking at your single. That's your single. That's the main. That's why I write that.
Oh, okay. I mean, well, you know. Players fuck up too.
Okay, then, player.
Yeah. I feel like I looked at that one a lot in the previous one too.
It's okay.
So, nice time to tell me. Smart guy. But anyway, yeah, breadsticks.
That's crazy. I don't know, though.
That was corny.
Yeah.
But amongst other things though. So listen, chalk and stone, kind of that makes sense.
I mean, given the options back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also camel shit.
Did it got that hard?
Yeah.
That seems like that's a pH nightmare. Like that would just really fuck up somebody's pH balance.
I don't know, maybe they like shellacked it. Coated it in something. We're trying to make it make sense.
I'm going to get you a camel dung dildo. See if you're cool with that.
No.
Imagine that be the whole reason that your room stinks because you got a camel dung dildo in the top drawer.
But I'm sure it wouldn't still have its smell.
You would hope not.
I don't know.
Imagine trying to be sexy with the
ew. But knowing the whole but think about it though. I don't know how true this still is, but but lipstick was known to be made out of like bat shit.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Did not know that either.
So pucker up.
No, I'm good. Shout out.
Well, anyway, this episode is going to be about sex toys and tools because not all of them were toys and the origin thereof. So,
pocket vagina.
We'll get into it. We're going to get to it. But how do you feel about a cock ring made out of a goat's eyelid? Eyelashes still attached.
I mean, for the visual, I would do it, but like that just seems weird. Like, is the elasticity of it that strong that can withhold it? Like, even with all the vigorous humping?
I don't know.
You always present these things that you've seen this outside of just.
Nobody has we have.
Oh, this is from way back. These are way back.
Yes, the cock ring made out of a goat's eyelid, like specifically a goat's eyelid, lashes still intact because for a little stimulation for the partner. Was from 1200 AD. So
that's
this shit's
wild.
hella old.
So people been getting freaky. Like that's why ain't nothing new up under the sun. Like you can't tell me if they using a goat's eyelid as a cock ring. You can't tell me they wasn't eating ass in 1200 BC.
They 100%. I mean, there's no way to effectively have as many orgies as they were having back then without somebody going face to ass.
Oh yeah, they just put some naan bread in between the cheeks and just going to work.
Naan bread?
The naan?
Okay, well, first, you don't have to say naan bread. That's kind of redundant.
I feel like if I would have just said naan, they were like, what is he trying to say? Because I mess up words so much, so I put the bread there.
Good job.
Thanks, man. I would just be thinking.
Good way. Good job with the
That's
CY.
an ass sandwich. That's a fat ass sandwich.
You so fucking corny. Why am I laughing?
Where you get that fat ass sandwich from? You know, Pamela?
So did you take the ass with you? Like, why wouldn't I know where it came from?
I had an artist sketch him eating the sandwich, the ass sandwich. Man, that's a fat ass sandwich. Where you get that from?
I do not like where this conversation has gone.
Claudia.
But no, listen. Okay.
From Troy.
Like, the shit's been so ridiculous because the camel shit dildo is from 30,000 years ago. Along with the breadstick. Mm-hmm. And the cock ring is from 1200 AD. So
after the death. The cock ring came later.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
And
still using it today.
Still using the cock ring, not the goat's eye.
Yeah, not the goat's eye.
Goat's eyelid. But so some dude who I feel like from what I read on Wikipedia in this website called Intellectual Takeout, Pliny was a self-proclaimed naturalist.
Who was?
Some dude named Pliny the Elder was his, like, what he was known as, but his name was like Gaius Plinius Secundus, or commonly known simply as Pliny the Elder.
Okay.
And yeah. So he was a Roman naturalist and physician, which could literally mean anything because there was no training back then for you to become a physician. But he wrote this like encyclopedia of natural history stuff. But it seems like all shit from his imagination. I don't believe any of it people actually tried, but maybe actually reading.
Was it was sexually motivated? I mean,
no, it was all types of stuff. But of course, he touched on sex in it. And the listen to his cure for high sexual desire.
Okay.
A man's urine in which a lizard has been drowned is an anti-aphrodisiac potion.
Well, you know what? If I had to drink pee with, lizard definite, I would not be thinking about fucking. That would be the last thing on my mind.
But it's like, if you're thinking like from this point forward, like you're like, oh, I am like with a sex addict, and this is my life is like going to shit because of this addiction.
Right.
Would you feel like you would ever be desperate enough to drink? And it just says a man's urine. Mm-hmm. So that don't even necessarily mean yours. And what if I'm a woman with this affliction? Then I just got to pick some dude walking up the street and be like...
I think it's drops. It's like drops. It's a little bit under the tongue.
That's what you think?
Yeah. It ain't a shot.
I don't
think you should take a whole shot of it.
I don't. I think it's what's those beer stein, those big ass mugs.
You got to drown?
You got a Duff beer stein. Why did I say Duff beer? That's Simpsons.
That's not even a real thing.
But you know what I'm saying. He's the only person I could think of who uses them big ass mugs.
Yeah, I get it. Duff man is here to save the day.
It is. He also says the urine of a eunuch also has the same effect. A eunuch is a man who's been like physically castrated.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I always wonder, how would they pee? Like the dude from Game of Thrones.
It doesn't. Your urethra starts inside your body. It's connected to
your but like that canal, like, isn't that what makes the stream come out? So like, if you don't have a penis,
think it's just spraying.
The fucking water hose is loose.
I never thought about that. You're ridiculous.
It's a inflatable man at the car places. Just like, that's what the urine.
Wait, but would it be like that, or would it be like more like a trickle? Because women don't have anything to like point and spray.
Right.
But we do kind of like. Well, especially that morning pee or after sex everywhere. Pee, it shoots out in like 12 different directions.
You left the restroom one time. It was pee on the ceiling. I was like, I don't even know how she did that.
Stop.
It was all over the place.
And I couldn't turn on the light. I had to stay asleep. If I had turned on the light, it would have ruined my sleep.
That literally turning on the light when you do the morning pee or the midnight pee, that would ruin you.
And you can't get back to bed. So you rather risk running into 15 different things between the bed and the bathroom than turning on a fucking light.
Absolutely. I've peed in the bed because I was like, I'm not doing it. You remember?
Sad but true.
You had to get up and help me flip the mattress over.
Oh my God.
Remember?
Stop.
You didn't think I was going to tell him about it?
I was hoping not.
Oh, I peed in the bed next to her. Twice.
Why are you so proud?
It happened. I own all of my shit. I paid for it. Got the pink slip. I own it.
I hate you. Anyway, so listen to this though, because this old boy Pliny again. So for low sexual desire, you have to take the right section of a vulture's lung, wear it as an amulet in a crane skin, and then you'll be fucking like jackrabbits.
How the fuck I supposed to be finding these birds, fam? What if these birds aren't indigenous to the area that I'm living in? I gotta go on a fucking quest for...
They would have to be for him to know about it. I mean, there's no internet for him to know, like, what kind of birds live in somewhere else. So,
there's no way he's mastered
exactly.
and tried all of this.
When I was reading this, I was like, there's no way old boy has actually, like, tried any of this.
But
even
low
on
key, though,
I'm
thinking of, like, where the fuck can I find a crane online?
But wait, also a right vulture's lung.
Yeah, that's another one that's gonna be hard. I feel like
That's it. Just
the crane. I feel like I can go down to like Miami and get. Like I can make a vacation out of it, find a crane, get the skin, put some salt on it, preserve it.
I feel like you just made up the fact that cranes are from Miami.
I absolutely did. But I feel like those type of birds are indigenous to Miami. Did you look it up? Am I right?
Oh my god.
I'm right as fuck. I bet I'm right as fuck.
Oh my god, you're
How much right am I? Is it as fuck?
Wait, run that back.
Is it as fuck? How much right am I? Am I right as fuck?
East Asia is the center of crane diversity with 8 species, followed by Africa.
Okay.
So, no.
Type in are cranes in Miami. Bet I'll be right as fuck. Bet I'll be right as fuck.
I guarantee you're not.
All right, we're going to see.
I hate you. And I hate that I'm even taking the time to look this up.
Because you know I'm right.
No. All, like, construction companies came up.
But it's some cranes there.
Dude.
I'm still right.
You're not, though.
I didn't verify which one I meant.
Didn't you just get through screaming about how you own all your shit? Own that you wrong right now.
At least that.
Anyway, so I had to share Pliny, the fucking idiot. But
what was his
sex
name?
toys. Pliny the Elder,
elder.
He was like I don't know. I feel like he decided, hey, I'm a naturalist and I'm also a physician. If you have problems, come to me. But just fast forward in a bit in the timeline, more specifically to sex toys. So sex toys were not ever marketed to women, though we probably buy most of them now.
I don't know though, because like those new dolls, those shits like the ones that are going for like $1,200 and $3,600. It's a lot of guys buying those shits.
Yeah, but sex toys weren't even. It's a little. If we'll get further into it, but men they weren't marketed to men like for men to use solo. They were
right.
Well, not straight men. They were marketed to gay men, and that scared straight men out of going to them. So they weren't really marketed. It was the sex toys that could be used on women, like a man is using it on a woman, that were marketed to men, not something for you to fly solo.
Yeah.
So, but listen to this. So the original ones came out because of something called female hysteria. So they started out as being like a treatment for something. It was never just straight up, this is for your pleasure.
Right.
This is because you're broken and this will fix you. But listen to the symptoms of female hysteria. So there was something called a steam-powered manipulator.
Okay.
And it was basically a vibrator, a steam-powered vibrator, used on women in a doctor's office for women who were diagnosed with female hysteria. But listen to the symptoms of female hysteria: headache, forgetfulness, irritability, insomnia, writing cramps, hot flashes, excessive vaginal bleeding, heaviness in the limbs, usage of coarse language, severe cramping, difficulty breathing, desire for clitoral stimulation, hyperpromiscuity, mood swings, nausea, anxiety, drowsiness, loss of appetite, aging, back pain, swollen feet, cancer, organ failure, endometriosis, heart disease, epileptic fits, and depression, schizophrenia, and other psychological disorders. So basically, you got cancer, come here, let me play with your pussy. You got...
They covered all bases.
You got asthma, come here, let me play with your pussy. Like...
Everything. They covered every base so they could
You getting on your husband's nerves, come to the doctor.
Bitch,
let him play with your pussy.
Did you just curse? Bitch, get your coarse language having ass over there and get that steam power vibrator in your vagina.
So ridiculous.
That's
this
crazy.
was just all... That's how cornflakes started.
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to be a cure for female hysteria.
Yeah.
And basically... You know what? You're getting on your husband's nerves, basically.
Bitch, have a bowl and call me in the morning.
Eat these cornflakes and also let me play with your pussy.
That's crazy.
So
humans are dumb. Humans.
When you think of where we are now,
it's amazing we've got this far. Like, it's amazing there aren't more car accidents. I've talked to people before. I'm like, they allow you to drive unattended by yourself? Humans are dumb.
Yes, I have family members that's like that. It's like, oh, you want me to drive? No, I'll meet you there. Yeah. I'm not getting in the fucking car with you.
Not. The fact that they used to put cocaine in Coca-Cola, it's just like, what the fuck? Why?
No clue. Listen to this. So this is basically, they called it an anal dilator, but this is basically a butt plug. But listen to, this was also a medical treatment. Like, people, they never just put these things as what they ultimately were. And just reading through some of the articles and stuff, like the one I found on Intellectual Takeout, it was evident that this is for sexual pleasure.
Right.
But they were just so ashamed of saying that. And one of the things is because that steam powered manipulator, which was kind of the first sex toy, as far as in America, it came after the Middle Ages when like religion really came in and like shut a bunch of shit down.
Yeah, they was hating.
Yeah, so
God don't like that. He don't want us to fuck. How we gonna procreate if we don't fuck?
Exactly. So the Middle Ages came in and like really shut a lot of shit down and made people ashamed of these things. So it was like, oh, let's hide it in this. So listen to what anal dilators, aka butt plugs, was used to treat: asthma and insanity. What if I could cure your asthma by opening up your booty hole? What if? Would you let me? You don't need a doctor for that. I got you.
I don't have a lot of experience in that area. But I imagine like somebody's first time, they would be like, so. I mean, just based on that alone, I'm like, oh, I could breathe now. My asthma's gone. I can see how.
You can see how?
I can see how they can make that correlation right there. The heavy and hard breathing.
Nope.
But
also insanity.
Yeah.
How does that clear you of insanity?
Let me tell you something. If you fuck me in my ass as punishment for me acting an ass, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be well behaved. That is unwarranted ass play.
You wasn't insane. You was just a dick.
You're not wrong. You're also not wrong. You're also very, very much right. Not wrong.
Oh my goodness. So when they did get to the point, they being America, because I kept this search at America, when they did get to the point of calling sex toys basically what they were, you couldn't find the like advertisements or anything for them anywhere but in sports magazines or sports catalogs.
Really?
And which was only marketed to men. Women didn't do sport shit back then.
That's so crazy that they didn't give women that option. And like you said, women are the ones that buy. I know I've seen videos of women talk about multiple vibrators.
Yes.
Right? Like, I've never owned a pocket pussy ever. Fleshlight, none of that type of stuff. The most, I mean, we did go OD when we first got married. We went on the toys.
Crazy.
That was fucking ridiculous.
Yes. I think the week of our honeymoon,
we went to the
sex toy shop that was up the street from the where we stayed, and then we went to AdultCon.
We left our honeymoon early to go to AdultCon to go buy
in LA
more toys.
And bought a shit ton other stuff.
Videos
so we
and
did.
all of that type of shit. We was all did.
But both things were my idea. You were like, sure, okay.
You're perfect. But I embrace it. I'm not
yuck
saying
my yum.
I'm not yucking it. I like perverts. They make the best dip.
Best dip?
I don't know. I don't know.
Jesus,
I'm just trying to make you guys good people.
You trying to make us good people? Fuck you. So listen to the description of this sex toy, because it's for a woman, but they have to make the man comfortable with buying it for her. This instrument is manufactured of white rubber and is a wonderful facsimile of the natural penis of man. For reserved females, it is a happy and harmless substitute for the natural champion of women's rights. So your dick is a champion of women's rights?
Jesus. You know what? But when I'm thinking about back in that time, you're thinking about the time of like housewives and just women not really working as much. So like they have to probably play up the male ego because that was the source of income in the house. So if they want it, they know they have to ask a guy for it or something like that, and he has to feel comfortable buying it. Yeah. Maybe that's why.
I mean, of course that's why, but that doesn't make it any less fucked up.
Oh, it's definitely fucked up. I'm not taking that away from it. I'm definitely not taking that away from it.
And this one is my favorite. Listen to this. It's called the Ladies Tickler, but also in a men's sports.
That was my nickname in high school.
Breezing right past. Causes the lady to come to time with a capital T, and make her do a large share of the labor, thereby giving much more pleasure and enjoyment to the gentleman, as it would be impossible for the lady to remain still while one is being used. So basically, she gonna love this so much, she gonna wiggle a lot, and you'll have to do less work.
Yeah.
But it causes the lady to come to time.
Come faster.
Come to time.
Come to time.
Could you imagine hearing that?
It is
during
utterly
sex?
ridiculous.
Oh my God.
I'm about to come to time.
Oh my God.
I'm coming to time. I'm coming to time. Shut up. You sound stupid when you say that.
Right. Oh my
I'm
goodness.
about to time. I'm timing.
I'm timing. You just completely changed it.
Yeah.
But it's utterly ridiculous. So anyway, the where was I? Shut up.
You were using words. Leave me alone.
I hate you. So they found that women were actually like scared out of using vibrators at one point for fear that they would break themselves and get something called dead vagina syndrome, which does not actually exist, but I understand the fear. Do you remember?
Yeah.
A million years ago, I called you and I was like,
I think I broke my vagina. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you were like, what were you doing?
Riding a bike with no seat. I went over a big bump. Wait, what? Yeah, the vibrator was also attached to where the seat was supposed to be. So where's the vibrator now?
Like,
I honestly don't know.
When I saw that dead vagina syndrome, because of this, I was like, I had to like search, like, is that true? Like, did I like seriously almost break myself? And they're like, no, a vibrator will not break you. It may make you like
less sensitive
for like a day, and then you're fine. And that was, that turned around to be true. But I do remember like being panicked.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I broke myself playing with these fucking toys. And
I've masturbated so many times in one day that like my like the right under the mushroom top like was like pulsing almost even after the act, and I was just like, did I go too hard?
Why do you call it the mushroom top instead of just the head?
Helmet?
The head.
The head just sounds weird because the head is used for so many other like innuendos. I like the helmet or the mushroom top. So right under the helmet, right where the where the extra collar skin of the helmet is, right under there.
It's very wordy.
What's very wordy?
Mushroom top. It just seems like a lot of syllables.
That's what it looks like. It looks like a mushroom top.
I mean, I'm not negating that. It just seems like a very difficult way to say.
You're judgy. So. You know that? You're really a judgy person. I've been sitting up here listening to you go over all this, and I ain't judge you once.
Okay.
Go on with your little funky ass story.
So, anyway, the one of the things I wanted to get into, like, why because of like our humans' history with sex and everything, what's your take on being a man? Why do you think other men are so, and I'll have you speak more specifically, straight men are so like turned off by a woman using a vibrator or a dildo or whatever?
I don't know. I guess it would just be outdated thinking. You know, like, oh, you gonna use that and you ain't gonna be no good for me, or it's gonna stretch you out, or it's gonna give you dead clit disease. And it's like, that's
dead clit disease.
Yeah, dead clit disease. That's the thing. And I feel like I think it's really just outdated thinking. I think it's also a very misogynistic way of going about life, where women aren't supposed to be sexually explorative. Even though I feel like most of, like you said, the sex toys are for women. Like, it's either like even the cock ring that we got that has the vibrator on it, and you can control the intensity. Like the cock ring, yes, for the guy, but that vibrator, that's for you. Like, so most of the stuff is geared to women. So I don't know why men still have this outdated thinking that women are really, really sexual, man. Like they with the shits. That's why I've always encouraged friends, like, yo, just be honest with women, like, what you want. Like, they will more than likely be at least accepting of it. They won't necessarily go with it, but they were not going to shun you for like the shit that you like. Like the night we got engaged, I told you, like, I was like, we were literally in a jacuzzi the night we got engaged, and I was like, we was talking about everything, like all of our sexual endeavors and everything like that. And I was like, I've never had a threesome. She was like, it's overrated. I was like, wait. You had a threesome? She was like, it wasn't planned. This kind of happened like that. I just went with it. I was like, well, shit, I want a threesome before I die. She was like, well, find somebody. And I wasn't like something like, at that moment, I could have been like, just kept it to myself that I want a threesome. But I just threw it out there because we were having such an open and honest conversation. And her response was, find somebody. And I didn't know that was going to be the response, but it was in that moment. It's like, oh man, I literally can talk to her about any and everything. So
yeah, and they are overrated. I mean, because I had one good experience and one not so good experience, so they are overrated.
Oh, you had two?
Yeah.
You told me about one.
Oh, were you listening? I had one good experience and one not so good experience, and it's probably why I didn't talk about that one, because it was just a fucking crap show. But the
you say crap show, and I imagine people throwing camel shit on the walls now. This dildo ain't working.
And it just splats. Why would it be wet? That's gross.
I hate it here.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not against it. It can be fun. It's just you just have to have somebody you trust. Like all three people have to know each other and trust each other, because if there's like one oddball, it could go like terribly bad.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't know.
You haven't lived. Stop it. Okay.
You definitely got to make sure the kid does not watch this show.
She doesn't pay attention to anything we do.
Yeah,
if we're not feeding her or playing video games,
really
she
doesn't
don't give
care
a
at
shit. But because a lot of the female these toys are something that vibrates or something, and more so for women for clitoral stimulation. And and that's just something that just penetrative sex does not offer.
Right.
So it's just these facts have been around for ages, but still you can come across some men that are just like, nah, we like just be awkward around it, or if it's not their idea and they're the ones like executing it or whatever, then they want no parts of it. And it's just like, hey, like, look, your dick is not the end all to
your
party.
dick doesn't have 3 speeds, my boy. It's kind of hard to compete with the 3 speeds. And
it is not a competition, because that vibrator is no comparison to the real thing. Like, it could never replace it.
Yeah, it doesn't have a torso, like the hug and shit like that. So
that's what you're gonna go with?
Yeah,
the torso.
Legs too. Lock your legs.
Hate it. So anyway, I looked at the way sex toys look just throughout the ages were just
I bet they were horrible.
Utterly terrifying.
Oh, I bet they were horrible.
So I don't know if you've seen in old movies or old cooking shows, like that mixer, and it has like you're like literally holding it with your hand, and it has that's the way.
Ugh.
They look like that, or kind of like a fishing pole, but without the pole, like just the handle and the real part.
That sounds horrible.
Is that what it?
So you had to do it yourself? You had to make it vibrate yourself?
Yes.
Oh,
so it's like,
shit.
No, that's just it. Because they weren't solely for us; they were for you to use. Then it worked out fine. It was built for you to use it, not for us to ever have them on our own.
Who was the maker? Betty Crocker?
Were you?
She with the whips.
No, but they probably stole the concept from her.
Okay.
Yeah, but then again, is Betty Crocker a real person? It's not important. Betty Crocker's a real person, and she's been around since the early 1800s.
You just gonna
I've decided. I've decided. And it's this one that was like actually something that was used for barbers that they put on their hands, and it like vibrated their hand for them to like massage men's scalps to stimulate hair growth. Yeah. But that turned into a sex toy, because anything that vibrates, fun.
I don't know. Yeah, they got one like that now that's out now. It's supposed to be like a heating thing and the vibrate. Like, I don't know if you've seen that, but like, it's like, what about my head vibrating is gonna make the follicles get in line on my head? Like,
so you're saying like the barber thing? Like there's something?
Yeah, they have one now that's like, it's supposed to be like a UV light or something that's supposed to encourage growth. Like, I've seen this recently, and I'm just like, what about that is supposed to make my hair be obedient?
Hey, what you know about that? Your hair falling out? You didn't tell me.
No, I just seen the ads.
Hold your head down.
Ain't that a bitch? You seen my...
Hold your head down.
It's rich up there.
It's rich.
Yeah. It's good stock up there. The hell you mean?
Oh, God. Good stock. Stop. Anyway, so the... Wait, go back.
See? You forgot it because you ain't used
I didn't forget. I forgot because... that is I'm going through female hysteria. I'm forgetting things.
I'm going to get a steam power vibrator as soon as we leave here. I'm going to cheat your ass a thing or two.
Show me. Anyway, so
I feel like this shirt makes my breasts look big.
It does. Director of the Center for Sexual Health Promotion at Indiana University looked at over 1,000 women from ages 18 to 94. You see how I breezed right past that? And found that only 18.4% of respondents said that intercourse was enough for an orgasm. And so it's just like still, like we still, I guess women's rights have a long way to come, that we're still having to reiterate this fact. Like, it's okay. It's okay to use sex toys. It's okay.
Yeah.
So, but male sex toys, like I said earlier, were originally marketed to gay men, and it caused a lot of homophobic fear in hetero men. So it's just now, new to y'all that it's okay to use a fleshlight, or it's okay. You don't have a fleshlight is kind of, I don't know, aggressive to me.
Why is that aggressive?
Because it's just like
it fits in your hand. Guys have been fucking their hands since the 1700s AC.
I guess the sleeve makes more sense to me. And I'm not much of and maybe I don't get it because on the other side, though I've tried the whole dildo thing, I'm not a dildo person. And so
you're a vibrator person.
I'm a vibrator person. So
the vibrators don't penetrate. They just set them there.
Yeah.
So people don't use the vibrators inside?
No.
Not typically? Oh.
Well, I can't speak for everybody. I don't. And I used to I remember my first experience with a dildo. Like I was so weirded out by it. Like I would literally put a condom on.
I remember.
Oh, you remember that?
Yes. I thought she was fucking around. I went to go see her. I'm like, who the fuck these condoms for? She was like, it's for the dildo. I'm like, no fucking condoms for the dildo. She's like, it's easier to clean off that way. I was like, nah, fuck that.
It just made it less weird for me for some reason to have I don't know. I can't explain it. But I just realized, okay, the dildo's not for me. I'll stick with a vibrator. But so there's the Men's Health actually had an article that listed 7 reasons why you and your dick are safe from any sex toy takeover. Because this is such a prominent issue still.
I can't believe guys are still threatened by sex toys.
Yes, and it's nothing, just like for men, nothing can replace being with an actual woman. For women, it's the same thing. So, I don't know. But the first one, I think we've discussed it, but I didn't bring this up. So the first one is orgasms aren't everything. Yeah. It can't come close to skin contact, kisses, dirty talk, ass slaps, whatever.
Spit in the mouth.
What?
No.
Run that back.
What is the second what?
Penises are beautiful. No toy can match its beauty. Women are not worried about being replaced by fleshlights.
Yeah, they're not, because they don't come with titties.
Or asses.
Or asses, for that matter.
Yes. Vibrators just aren't that good. Overall, speaking of vibrators, they're all the same. Usually I'm looking for one that ain't too loud, because that can mess up the mood.
Yeah.
And
the last one you had was gas powered. You had to crank things. You had to have a license to control it because the speed was so high. It was 60 miles an hour. I think it's excessive for a vibrator, but hey, neither here nor there.
Whatever works.
I'm not here to judge.
So, and it can also be used they should be looked at from a man's point of view as a tool for better partnered sex. And it helps. Sorry. And the it can be used to make sex with partners just better. Better, and you learn what each other like.
Yeah.
So from all the research and the stuff and my many sex toy parties and all that good stuff. I feel
another thing Farron used to do that you quit. Every time
Every
time we come up on one, I'm gonna point it out. Farron was doing bedroom candy.
No, I was not.
I was making playlists for her. I still got the playlist.
No, I was hosting just parties, but somebody else was doing the sales pitch. Frida was doing that. Okay. I didn't do that. So if you're gonna tell the truth, then tell the truth. Anyway, so the takeaway from all of this is basically just relax and let me peg you.
Hell no, you hate. pegging me. You got your rabbit ass mind.
See how closed-minded men are? Sex
I've
toys?
never tried to give you anal entry though. I was like, nah, that's your thing.
We ain't talking about me. We talking about you.
Nah, I'm good on that. That's an exit only.
I'll wear them down eventually.
You damn wrong. You will not. You will not, woman.
Please.
No. Is that a power thing? Like pegging a guy? Is that I mean, unless he asks for it, like, is that something that women would do as a sense of conquering or ownership or power over a guy?
No, I actually feel like it would be if you ever be like, okay, this is your one goal. It's like, man, he really trusts me. Because it's that part. I'm not looking at it as, vulnerable. I gotta conquer.
Yeah.
No, I just feel like men are so guarded and could just be so macho, and that is like a way of like really letting your guard down and being like, hey.
I don't think I will ever trust you that much. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I still got a lot of work to do, folks.
That shit, you can do whatever the fuck you want. That shit ain't happening over here. You know what I'm saying?
So basically, I'm gonna have to like just start sending you random articles about.
What's the next thing you want to talk about? What's the next thing you want to talk about? This pegging ain't it.
Oh my goodness, no, that was pretty much it. We we covered it. Wait, no, it's not it.
What?
Outside of, have you ever had any solo sex toys? Because I know that I've bought you some, and you're like, I'm not gonna use that.
Yeah, nah, I don't know. I just feel like my hand is better than anything somebody can manufacture. Like a hand knows. He's been doing it for years now. Like we're going on almost 30 years now. So it's like, ain't nothing new,
I mean, it would still ultimately be your hand that's in the driver's seat.
Yeah, but
it's like switching up the kind of lube you use.
I bought a sleeve one time. I was in butt crack somewhere with Tough Mudder, and they had this random ass sex shop somewhere, and I tried it, and I bought the lube. And like it was like a sleeve thing. So you put the lube on the other end, and then you enter from the back in and stuff like. And it just was weird. And then like the cleaning process, it was like worse than doing the dishes. And I was just like, I am not doing this every time I want to fuck myself. This is ridiculous.
See, now you understood like my condom thing.
No, I still don't understand the condom thing. To this day, I don't understand. All I had
to do was just like pull it off and throw it away.
But now the dildo has the residue from the condom on it. So you still got to clean off the dildo.
Who cares if it's just the residue from the condom? It's residue from the condom, not residue from me.
Yeah, but like just warm water and soap would clean it off.
Warm water and soap would have cleaned it off.
No, I got to turn that fucking sleeve inside out.
I feel like you're shaming me.
I'm not shaming you. I was just pointing it out. To me, at that time, I didn't understand it. That's all I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
I still feel like you're trying to shame me.
I don't care.
Dildo shame me. Your mama raised. No, she did. So anyway, that's been. More to the story.
You gonna start talking about Emma Jean.
That's more to the story. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.